Hey everybody, welcome back to the Black Mirror 2. It's lunchtime and I'm eating lunch, and we are playing the Black Mirror 2.
That pile's not been here for long. There's no way I could light this heap with a match on its own. I've got the crumpled newspaper in the middle. Next.
Yet another distraction.
The newspaper's lit. The leaves next to it are just charring. Why should I pour away the last good drops?
What?
Murray, there's smoke outside. I hope the hotel isn't gonna burn down around our heads.
Bugger! Oh!
As long as Murray's outside putting a... Now we'd like to have that. The key.
Those little brats! They've no idea how dangerous that is. They should...
the young are really bad.
No, I saved not too long ago.
Little cupboard. Looks rather like an antique. And inside there's... Sleeping potion. Now could that be Angelina's? What the hell have I gotten her into? A complete... Should I sit myself down in front? What's that? One of the pictures I took of Angelina. So it is. There are a few white notes.
And she left her cocaine for him. Oh.
A white painted rib. I don't see anything. A thick-walled but relatively squat glass. A thick-walled but interesting. Several cut lemons. She didn't eat the lemons, that much is clear. Here's a few sheets of writing paper. Now, the paper looks completely unused. Strange. Either it's a secret message written in invisible ink. The glass is half full.
Or is it half empty?
That can't work. No matter if it's rum or whiskey. Even if it was meth. I need a small controllable flame. A thick, heavy, and very old-fashioned bedspread. I can't take the cover, but I can take the wooden thread as a souvenir. Let's see. A few clothes hangers, a clothes rail.
So the only clues What's in the note?
I'm not gonna find anything interesting in the back. Angelina must have swapped over the old picture. The bed looks old-fashioned, but not uncomfortable. But I really can't allow my... Also, when I look inside again, the robe's completely empty. Huh. The bed's a little to one side. Aha, now then, the carpet under the bed has been torn up.
This must be the infamous 5-click puzzle that I heard about, and I thought it was in, I thought it was in Book of Unwritten Tales, but I guess this is this game.
There it is. A kind of
I'm sure that the guy downstairs wouldn't hear that at
a
all.
round metal plate, about 20 inches in diameter. Maybe copper?
Doesn't look like a way. There's a way to open it, unless those are buttons.
There are 5 rings on the cover, and they turn. There's an animal symbol engraved on each ring. It's rock solid. No chance.
Yep, that's fair.
No. A small, brownish bottle of a liquid sleep. Strange. Either it's a secret... I'd rather chop my... The carpet's been cut in 2 places, and I can't tell when that might have happened. Could be... The glass is half full of alcohol.
Even he made the joke.
The glass is half... That can't work.
If there's some way I can get the battery... No, I don't think that would work. I have a woolen thread.
A thick...
Has to be some way I can make that thread into a wick.
A whole load of good... Even if the hotel's with... First off, you can hardly tell the heap's been burning. They're only...
I feel like everything that I need, it's gotta be in the room. But, and yet... No, he's already done that. He's gonna say he can't do that.
That can't work.
What? Now it works?
Great. The woolen thread is acting like a wick and soaking up the alcohol. Looks like I've rediscovered the world.
I mean, I may have to go back and rewatch this video, but I'm pretty sure I was doing that and it didn't work before.
Now there's some alcohol.
that drives me nuts when that happens. You know there's a lamp right there, right?
Awesome. My little fire's lit. It was what? So... at last. There's Angelina's message.
Unless you're using the lemon as a part of it, I don't know.
Sunday, 1600. I don't know what's
supposed to be
so
so special about Willow Creek. It all seems so forlorn, poor and desolate. Hopefully I won't have to disappoint Darren. He's helped me so much, and I only now hope that I can help him too. Sunday, 9 p.m. That Porter Murray is a damned shite. He had money off me for every single bit of info. I'm not doing that again. I'll go to the library tomorrow, and there's supposed to be a town museum too.
Alright, library and museum we're going to.
Monday, 11 a.m. Black Mirror was built in the 14th century by the two brothers, Marcus and Mordred Gordon. The brothers argued and virtually waged war with each other. To this day, descendants of the Gordon line still inhabit Black Mirror Castle. They will, however, soon die out. The last young Gordon died 12 years ago, having committed suicide. Monday, 2 p.m. I've got something on the tree symbol that Darren discovered on Boris's ring. The symbol is mentioned in the Chronicle of the Gordon family. They also stumbled across it in the library. It's the symbol of a secret society, a kind of sect that wants to summon up dark powers and uses corpses in the process. What if Boris is one of them?
They want zombies?
Monday, 4 p.m. I found out in the pub, people believe there's a curse on Black Mirror Castle and the Gordon family. Maybe I'll change the topic of my degree thesis. I'd much rather write about the cursed castles, though I can't see my good Prof. Hubbard being too thrilled about the idea. Monday, 9 p.m. He's here. Reginald Boris is here in Willow Creek. I've just seen him sneaking about the hotel. What should I do? Is he here because of me? Now, of all times, right when I want to investigate the passage. I'm not going to let myself be stopped, but I'll send off some...
She wrote down the ellipses. Why wouldn't you just... I don't get that. I don't get that. That's...
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Reginald Boris. Angelina had been doing some research, and Boris had caught her at it. Now, he's holding her prisoner, and... Does he want to lure me to him? In Maine, he wanted to take me on a journey. Whatever the reason for all this might be, Angelina doesn't have anything to do with it. I ought to go into the village and listen around. Angelina was there. But I need to be careful. I don't know who might belong to this order that Angelina warned me about.
Okay.
A card from 5 murder locations are marked. Now, whether these had a card 5 murder...
Alright, we'll have to go out first.
A whole load of good...
Out we go.
We all know that old one.
What do you mean?
A young, attractive lady is carrying a stack of books and...
Excuse me? I'm the librarian here. Young? Attractive? Well, I'll accept that.
You're the librarian? Oh, then you can definitely tell me something worth knowing about this place, Miss...
Valley. You're American?
Darren Michaels. Do I really sound American?
Oh, yes. Now let me see. Your accent is non-rhotic, and you have hard A sounds. That's the famous Boston accent.
Awesome. I really do come from Boston.
I've spent half my life
Boston.
in books, so something has to have stuck.
So then you can probably tell a damn Yankee something about Willow Creek?
What do you want to know?
I'm staying at the Gordon's Palace Hotel.
Really? You're letting yourself get ripped off by that old so-and-so Murray?
The building is supposed to have had a terrible past.
That's true.
It would seem that all of the male Gordons were a little bit crazy.
The curse of the Gordons.
Please don't tell me you believe in all that hokum.
I never used to.
You English. You like your ghost stories and all that a little too much.
That's the obligatory village pub. It never was a great place, but since the old landlord left, it really has gone downhill. The new landlord is Tom, the chap at the chili stall. The fair will be here for a few more days yet, but I wouldn't bet that it'll be coming back again.
Well, is there anything about Willow Creek that's worth knowing?
Not a lot. There must have been a settlement there for a good 1,000 years or so. They found remains dating back that far.
Yeah, a stone circle in a forest. So I've heard.
Yes, there's one of those. It really only kind of got going around the 13th century when there was a monastery built in the neighborhood.
And more recently?
You're talking about the murders. That's 12 years ago now.
The guided tour.
Back there, by the town hall, is my empire. The library. Perhaps it's because there's otherwise so little going on here. There are plenty of people who like to and who do read a lot. Sadly, often all the wrong things. Trashy stuff and the cheapest pulp lit are in high demand.
The castle nearby, isn't that the famous Black Mirror Castle?
It certainly is. Its inhabitants have influenced things around here for centuries.
How do you mean that?
Everything around here belongs to the Gordons. In the old days, virtually everything that went on here was all decided in the castle.
And who lives in the castle today?
Lady Victoria Gordon, the last of the Gordons, her old butler Bates, and her late brother's widow, Lady Eleanor.
Wait,
I think there are a few other servants too.
Eleanor's alive? What? But she was the one that burned up in the fire.
That's the museum. If you want to know more about Willow Creek, then that's the place to be. At least in the front bit.
What's in the back?
The newly opened Black Museum. Cheap special effects animation.
What's wrong with the Black Museum?
It's not about informing people. Nothing to do with knowledge. It's about putting blood and suffering on display.
I'm afraid that's what folks are interested in.
Because they want to gawk. They don't share in any of the misfortunes of those behind the spectacle.
This idiot seems too trusting in every random person. I'll let him ask this.
Can you help me with the symbol? A tree where the roots reach around and up into the branches.
Where do you know that from?
You know something about it?
You ought to forget about it again as soon as possible.
I stumbled across it in Maine.
Maine? You come... But you said Boston. I've still got something to figure. Good day.
Yeah.
Miss Valley?
Good job. You told her a thing that you should not have told her.
And
the flight was supposed to be cheap, but the airport is in the middle of nowhere. The taxi here was more expensive than a private jet.
Calm down, Albert.
And on top of that, your friend's guidebook is totally out of date.
You were happy that we didn't have to buy one.
Yeah. Just...
a barrel. An old cast iron stove. Does that belong to the exhibition? Nothing in it. It says black ball of destiny on the sign. Alright. I'm apparently standing right next to Samuel's corpse. Other than that... I don't really understand why there's a globe here. Reminds me of my mom's tiled stove. And here, you can see the world-famous milk churns of Willow Creek. I found the treasure! Now, that's just a stupid... Looks like a... I study physics, not agriculture. Eddie would have fun with this shelf. There are normal plates, painted plates, glasses with soil. I don't really want to know anymore. An old telephone, more like towards the end. A picture of a barn in the fog. I don't think the sun ever shines here in Hicksville. I don't think that's part of the exhibition.
Yeah, so look inside it.
Cleaner, a mop, brush, cloths, soap. Cleaner.
Okay, so we'll be getting stuff from there later.
There's just that big book in the cabinet. What does it say on the plate? Gordon Family Chronicle. Hey, that might be interesting. This page is full of medals. There's a bit of text there too. And therefore, our brotherhood should operate in the spirit of this great man for all time. It shall serve beyond the dominion of the church, free of all the conventions, and over and above all earthly jurisdiction. Our great strength lies in our secrecy, for if no one knows we exist, then we cannot be stopped. Therefore, my brothers, hold to these rules. The members of the order shall not be known to one another. At order assemblies, every brother shall be masked. No outsider may be informed by the order, neither purposely nor through carelessness.
That librarian is
Be
totally a
wary, my
member.
brothers. Behave inconspicuously. Not very fruitful. I still don't know what the order's aim is. But it seems to be one single big aim. It's gotta be on the pages before these. And there it's for there the at no, be wary.
Okay.
The lock for the cab.
Yeah, I don't have the key.
I'm not sure if this chair is supposed to be for exhausted or knowledge-hungry visitors. It's certainly not sturdy. What does it say here? The death bell of Warm Hill Church. I guess the church doesn't exist anymore. Otherwise, an ancient sewing machine. I bet they sewed the curtains here with it.
Excuse me. Hi. I've just arrived in Willow Creek. Have you got any tips for me?
Are you also a tourist?
Yes. You could say that.
Well, we actually wanted to take a look at the notorious sanatorium today. But some kind of freak has made a hotel out of it.
Exactly, Albert. And then he said that the ghost of this Samuel Gordon still haunts the castle.
Laughable. Anyway, we came here afterwards.
Well,
Thank you, you too.
the madman Samuel Gordon murdered the respected Dr. Heinz Herman in a bloody frenzy. The models are cheaply made. This seems to be about the murder of a boy. The youngest victim of the series of murders was the 12-year-old Vic V. He was brute. Here are some pictures of the stone circle. It looks like people assumed it was a ritual murder at first. Heavy metal. What makes someone butcher another human being? It must have been dreadful.
It's so tasteless.
A shredding machine? Shredding machine from the garden of Black Mirror Castle. Who do the mysterious traces of blood on the inside of the shredding machine belong to? What kind of gruesome stories could this machine tell us about its former owner? In what kind of bloodthirsty crime did it play an incisive role? A mystery that will probably never be solved. BS. A shred who? What in what? A BS.
So at some point we'll be sneaking in here, I guess.
An endlessly long history of Willow Creek. Willow Creek's underworld. The village of Willow Creek was founded during the time of the ancient Romans. A few years after the foundations were laid, a small drainage system was constructed. In the Middle Ages, the drainage system fell into despair. This made it possible to keep the parts of the surrounding area dry. Next to it is a little illustration of where the water's redirected when the level gets too high. And what's that? There's an old bunker from the Second World War here, too. Directly connected to the drainage system. Sounds quite unpleasant. I'm not gonna touch it. Huh. What's that? An escritoire without a lock puzzle. It's gotta be an old model. The pictures show farmers at work in the fields. Apart from that, I can't see anything interesting.
I never did talk to this guy.
A god. Hi. Are you the god here?
Oh, hello. My name is Bobby.
Oh, hello, Bobby. I'm Darren.
Hi, Darren.
Are you the god here, Bobby?
Yes, I have to make sure that everything runs shape here.
An important job.
Yes, Mrs. Puft at the town hall gave me the job because...
Of course. No one would mess with you, right?
No, I'm very happy that I can work here.
Tom, from the chili stand over there? Oh, you shouldn't worry about what he says.
But he's my brother.
What does Tom do for you that makes you such a burden?
Oh, he does a lot. I'm allowed to stay at his place and help in the pub.
Does he pay you?
No, he says I cost too much because I eat too much. But now I give him the money that I get here.
He takes all of your money so you can live at his place.
It's okay. It's better than having to do those other things, okay?
What kind of things?
He used to make me help him doing bad things. I don't like it.
Tom stole things and you had to help him.
Oh, no, I didn't say that.
Bobby, it's okay. I didn't hear a thing.
Thank you, Darren.
What can you tell me about the museum?
I think it's nice. I don't really like it back there, though. It's so spooky.
Do lots of people visit?
Yes, so sometimes 5 or 6 a day.
Has anyone ever broken in?
No, I keep watch.
Nights as well?
No, there's an alarm.
That big book over there in the display case, the Gordon's Chronicle. What can you tell me about that?
Everything about the Gordon family's in it. Lady Victoria gave it to the museum.
I can imagine that Lady Victoria doesn't want to see her family chronicle in that crappy, ghoulish black museum. May I have a closer look?
I'm not allowed to take it out of the showcase.
Have you got a key for it?
Yes, Mrs. Puft trusts me. except the front door. And Mrs. Puff always puts the alarm on because of the insurance, she says.
So the Chronicle is never taken out of the display case. Perhaps I can ask Mrs. Puff myself.
No, the book mustn't be taken out.
So you've got a key for the display case, but you're not allowed to open it.
Exactly.
Tell me, Bobby, the cabinet back there, has it been broken long?
Yes, Darren. For 4 weeks already.
How did it happen?
I don't know. One morning I came in and it was just broken.
So someone broke in and stole what was in it?
Yes. I completely forgot about that.
What kind of ball?
A big black one.
Thanks for the info.
You're welcome, Darren.
Mostly this.
About the black,
Yes?
did the police come?
No. Mrs. Puff said they aren't interested in
Oh.
that. Mrs. Valley, I think.
Thank you, Bobby. All right, I'm out of here.
This is mostly a fact-finding episode.
A big barrel. Although it's always raining, it seems to have a leak. Although it seems to have a leak. Willow Creek, that sign must have cost the townsfolk quite a bit. The library. The light is off and the door is locked. The clock on the tower is huge. That must be the town hall. The house, I hardly think there's a quaint alley. An old rope. I can't make out where it leads. Aha! A little bucket. The bucket is full of canal water. The bucket is full of... That's... Huh. Gas bottles. Probably to fuel the grill, but I wouldn't bet on it. Chili. Hot chili. Super hot chili. Well, looks like they might be selling chili here. A chili stall. A bit tatty.
Hi there.
What would you like? Normal or extra?
What?
Normal chili or extra hot chili?
I actually didn't want any chili.
Oh, I like it's an
only wanted to ask a couple of
American-looking.
questions.
Nobody gets paid for just standing around.
All those other folks can wait.
Not exactly backwards and coming forwards, are we? I like it. What do you want?
What can you tell me about Willow Creek?
No idea. I was born here and I'll die here, I suppose.
Doesn't exactly sound like there's much going on here.
So there isn't. 10, 12 years ago, it was good here for a while. You could make good money, what with all the tourists. We all thought things were on the up, but it never was. Loads of people lost money, they invested, and then bit by bit the visitors stopped coming.
Yeah, take old Murray and his hotel, for example.
It's still kind of half okay there. He's got a finger in most things round here and takes his cut. There's plenty more, though, that really caught a cold. They went bust. 2, 3 of them hanged themselves.
What can you tell me about Miss Valley?
She's a nutter. She's been in the loony bin. She belongs back in there,
Huh.
too. That's
So, what's wrong with her?
She never got over what happened to her brother.
So? Come on, then. What about it?
12 years ago. A series of murders. The murder that caused
Oh,
the biggest
Vic was her
sensation
brother.
all across the country was when little Vic Valley was a little boy who was murdered by Samuel Gordon in a stone circle in the forest.
That's really awful.
But she's the sister. She found him the next day. Stopped eating, didn't speak to anyone anymore.
But jeez. And in spite of all that, she's come back out now and is back living in Willow Creek of all places?
Stand up here again a few years back. The doctors reckoned it would be better for her, but once you've had roof damage, then, well, it's always gonna leak, isn't it? That's what I said.
Bobby in the museum told me that you're his brother. He seems like a really nice guy.
If you only have to put up with him for a few hours, maybe he is. He can't get a single thing right. But everybody fusses about him because he's jealous of that idiot.
Does he live with you?
I've been lumbered with him since our parents died.
Nice to hear how your family holds itself together. What can you tell me about the museum?
That's another brilliant idea from the town hall. Who, I ask you, wants to see that load of old crap in there?
Well, the Gordon Family Chronicle is very impressive.
What's so impressive about a bloody book?
And Bobby.
That bloody Mrs. Puff from the town hall got him the job. One of those unbearable do-getters.
He seems to take his job very seriously.
Rubbish. I know what's going on. If anyone wanted to break into that museum, then Bobby would be absolutely no deterrent.
Who are you?
What's that got to do with you?
My name's Darren. I'm studying English literature and would like to learn more about the country and its people. That sound familiar to you?
Should it?
A fellow student of mine may well have been around here recently.
No idea.
You'd have noticed her. Tall, pretty...
Haven't seen her, and I'm here pretty much all day. Hunkered down here. My name's Tom.
Do you know anything about a black ball? It was stolen from the museum a few weeks ago.
I heard about it. It doesn't really interest me, frankly.
So, not exactly a lot going on around here then.
You think I don't know that? Crowds of folk from all over the place. Loads of hungry customers, you said. And then it's getting worse by the year.
Isn't Willow Creek also a bit too small for a fair?
Those clever pillocks in the town all had it all worked out. They reckoned that people from all round these parts would come here. It used to work out okay, too.
The people just aren't gonna be drawn here by a couple of carousels and a few stalls.
And who has to foot the bill for all these fantastic ideas? Me.
That costs a lot of money.
Is the pub yours?
Where'd you hear that?
Miss Valley reckons it is.
You shouldn't get involved with that nutter.
When's the pub open?
This evening, after I've shut down the store. Those commercial Einsteins in the town hall make me keep open from 11 in the morning to at least 5 p.m. And in the meantime, I've sold just about sod all.
I need to get on.
A
chili. There would appear to be a few... public festival, and at least 2 stalls and the swing boats. It's simply not... I don't reckon I'm gonna make too much progress here at the fair. Willie's Texas Chili. An overturned beer keg. Pure show for the tourists, I reckon.
Alright, we're gonna continue this on the next episode, so grab a snack and we'll be back with more of the Black Mirror 2.